And we're live! We're here with Chris Lochbihler. And drummer of I Am the Law, local tattoo artist. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Right on. Like you said, I'm in a band called I Am the Law. We're Southern metal. Currently reside in Dickson and in Nashville, Tennessee. We started, I guess, 2015? Yeah, 2015. The original lineup actually consisted of the previous singer Nate Ells of the Human Abstract for a little bit.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah, it was a cool little thing, but unfortunately it just didn't work out, so we parted our ways and we got Dustin from the Clover Club, now in Them Fixes. Go check them out, they're doing something cool, so.
What's the name of that again?
Them Fixes.
Them Fixes.
Yeah.
Good. They have like Facebook and stuff?
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff.
Heck yeah.
I think they're playing the Greenlight Festival and a bunch of little stuff coming up in March and April, so, go out, see a local show.
Are they heavy?
It's not really heavy.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, it's still rock and roll. It's reminiscences of what Dustin loves to do. It's just, your good old-fashioned rock and roll, man.
Dude, that's awesome. I love that stuff. I think that's going to make a comeback. Like the good old-fashioned, just rock and roll. I mean, not necessarily hair metal or anything, but just, just your get up there, feel good music, rock and roll. I
think we could use a little bit more raw style music back.
Yeah.
Everything's so very overly polished. I mean, that's kind of like why I'm the Law kind of goes for a kind of a more raw and dirtier and uglier sound. It's not a lot of polished, clean vocals, although we have one clean vocal song, which is Appalachia Burnin', which has John Butler in it. He does all the clean vocals. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you, man. I think that, more raw rock and roll styles should come back, but I mean, only time will tell, Honestly, the more aggressive genres are kind of, I wouldn't say dead or anything, but on the back burner, kind of changing and stuff. Whenever you go play a local show, it seems like it's more, stoner metal bands and stuff like that, which I love, which is great, and it's great to hear the
like Deftones kind of sound, or
no, just when I say stoner metal, it's kind of just that like Weed Eater, the housecore record, ugly, just gnarly, static almost, like the dither on the record's in full force. You can hear all the bad vocals.
Heck yeah.
I mean, there's something charming about it.
Yeah.
So.
Dude, just you explaining it, I think the style that I Am the Law is, it's just not going anywhere. Like Every Time I Die, for instance. I mean, dude, they've been around since how long? Since I was freaking early high school.
Not going anywhere as it's sticking around.
Yeah, it's sticking around. So, oh my god, wow, that's
not going anywhere, but
no, I mean, it's
around.
It's not going away anytime soon. I feel like Southern metal has just got so much attitude and just personality into it. You know what I mean?
I feel like deep down inside of everyone, there's a little bit of Southern metal somewhere.
Yeah.
You just gotta find it.
You gotta connect to that.
That's why it stays around. Because I mean, freaking Every Time I Die is from Buffalo, New York.
Yeah,
super far north, and they got this dirty Southern sound inside of them. And I mean, that just proves the point right there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, dude, how did you since I've known you, man? You've been everywhere. Literally, one day I'll go to just whenever Mary's Music is around, you'd be at Mary's Music, or I'd be at tattoo shop, you'd be at the tattoo shop. I'm like, this dude's everywhere. And you'd be at shows and concerts, man. So how'd you end up getting into now owning a tattoo shop? How'd that
well, that's kind of I almost feel like it's an insult to the industry, actually, how I got into it. A lot of tattoo artists will kind of give shade towards a person who gets into the industry kind of based off money more than anything. It was never truly a passion of mine. It was not something that I wanted to do with all my heart. You see all these artists that are starving out there to try to make it, and I just kind of got flopped into it and was proficient at it. And how it started was I was working at Gibson Guitars in Nashville, and after just the idiocracy that was going on up there, it's no secret that they have horrible business, and and I don't mean to talk negative. There's no reason to talk negative about a company. Their actions will speak for itself. So there's no reason for me to trash talk it. But due to some some flaws that happened with the company, I just decided that I was better off attempting anything else.
Yeah.
And my buddy Jared Wharf, we've been long time friends. He was had a shop in Columbia called the Eastbound Sparrow, and he wanted to walk away from it because it wasn't doing so well. He wanted to come back, I think, a little closer to home, closer to his friends, and so I opened up a studio with him, which was called Tempest Tattoo Studio. We decided to make this plan, name, and the money budget and everything within 2 weeks.
That's the best way to do it, man. Yeah, feet in, dude.
Yeah, it was some piss, vinegar, and angst, and we seemed to have gotten it off the ground in 2 weeks flat.
That's freaking
Sometimes that's
impressive.
the best fuel to have, though.
Yeah.
When you're trying to do something.
I just remember hating Gibson. I'm buffing these guitars, going at it. And I
You
was
were a guitar buffer there, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I did that and, freaking hated it.
Yeah, it was rough. It destroys your body. Gives you a beautiful fat neck, though, because it just builds those muscles. So it looks like you did your neck exercises. Now I got a weak neck. You see this double chin kind of growing a little bit. No, it was, I was a member that was up at Gibson, and I was buffing, and I was listening to Deftones, and the song Tempest came on. I was like, screw it, we got to figure out a name that'll work. It was pretty much, between that and Old Glory, I think, which, Jared liked that one a lot, but cool, we all, of course, know what happened. But yeah, then we started it in 2014, August 8th, on Jacob's birthday, ironically, my other business partner. Cool. It originally just started with me and Jared, and it was just Jared at the shop apprenticing Jacob DeMoss, who is now co-owner. He started off as just an apprentice up there. And, the first year or so, I just kind of financed it. That's really all I did was did the business side of it. And then kind of got more into the piercing side and then realized there was a way out of Gibson. I wanted to kind of work for myself and try something different. And I'm very blessed as a human being to work for myself and be, very comfortable with my living. And, I make my own rules and it's great. And I'm very lucky compared to a lot of others in their situation, and kind of got to eat some humble pie once in a while.
It's a good thing to do. But yeah, dude, that's awesome though, man.
Does the ego good.
Yeah. But I mean, like you said, man, I think, not everybody obviously can work for themselves, but the person that takes that jump and just does something like what you did, that's all it takes, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'll never know.
People think there's a secret, to getting a business or they got to go to school, and really you're going to get further in life by just trying a little bit. I mean, you'd be surprised who made it to what positions in life. Yeah. From just saying, I'll attempt it. I'll try it.
Yeah. Dude, I remember whenever, I was working at Lowe's for a long time, and I started, managing over at the Lowe's in Spring Hill, and I was working, ridiculous hours. I'd, open, which was, 6 o'clock in the morning, but I lived in Dickson, so I drove an hour, so I'd, wake up at 4, leave at 5, get there at 6, work all day, then get home, and, that's right after closing the store, so, I had no time just for life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember whenever I quit there and started my own thing, I was just dude, the weight just lifted off my shoulders. I'm sure that happened with you at Gibson, but just whenever you leave somewhere, just to pursue something,
that has your soul.
Well, when I first got into Tempest with Jared, he kind of, I guess I got to give a lot of thanks to Jared for disciplining me, because I was a little bit rambunctious and a little bit wild. I mean, that's no secret for anybody that's known me. I have 2 diamonds in my face, so, obviously there's some issues. But, no, for real, I got to give a lot of thanks to him. He helped kind of discipline me and kind of slapped me back down to earth a lot,
He had a lot of experience, though, to back up. What he was sort of leading you in a direction kind of to back it up, I guess.
He taught me more about just being in the business more than even the art side of it. He just kind of taught me how to be more mature about it, and that, and Jacob too. Jacob is absolutely a gentleman and a wonderful business partner. He does a lot of work. Very thankful for him too. So
help surround yourself with good people like that, man. A good strong team.
The old saying, iron sharpens iron, is very true. If you surround yourself with like-minded people that are really smart and that actually want to help you and be there for you, then you're going to succeed every time.
Yeah, it's just a little common sense, trust their word. They've been in it longer, so I think in a sense though, I kind of just trust them on their words. If Jared needs to do something, says this needs to go down, or so does Jacob, it's now at this point where I'm not going to fight it. I just all right, y'all obviously know more than me. You've been doing it for a lot longer than me, so.
Yeah. Well, whoever that is. Sorry, Cleta. I do apologize. You've been blocked.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I think that's awesome that you can like just allow yourself to be open to their suggestions and like I guess working with them long enough. I'm sure y'all probably like butt heads a little bit. At the start,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
But I mean, we wouldn't be in business for going on to 4 years now without a few, errors along the way or a few, like you said, just butting heads once in a while. I mean, it just happens. You can't let it get to it. You got to kind of let it go.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a hard thing for a lot of people, like, let your ego go kind of, but I mean, it definitely helps to, like, just succeed as a team. But, are y'all... So it's you three right now in the shop? Is it?
It's us three, plus we have a very talented artist, Amanda Chapman. She's been working us for a while. Alec Lazenby and Shelby Meadows, they work up at the front, and Alec was a pierce up there, and now he's taken over pretty much managing the store and stuff like that, and Shelby's my piercing apprentice. She's doing wonderful, guys. If you ever, want a discount, that's the only way you're going to get it is going through Shelby. So, look her up, give her a message if you ever want anything. So, it's all guaranteed by her. So.
Does she do the diamonds?
No, that was Amanda. And she actually just stabbed my arm the other day. We were doing a lesson on dermals, right? With dermals, you have to do a 12-gauge needle, insert at a 95-degree angle, spin it 360, scoop the flesh out, go in the other direction, insert it. You don't want to tear it up. You want to make sure the tip and the bevel comes out. But we were showing her, and she was so like nervous. You could tell. She was very steady, though. I mean, I'm impressed. She was very steady, but she was trying to be gentle and kind of just poking at it. And I sat there, I was like, Shelby, like this, and I hooked my arm, and I just pulled the skin up about 2 to 3 inches above.
God. Yeah.
And she kind of was like, I didn't. Yeah. Well, I mean, she was just like, I guess, a little surprised. I was like, the human flesh is not going to tear at a minimalistic, hole. You can go ahead and put it in there, but. I mean, that's what I do for a living.
Yeah, man. That's awesome, though, dude.
So, like, do you have any, like, crazy piercing stories or anything that's just, like, one of those things that you're like, oh, my God, or something,
Well, I've been told that I have no couth with a client. I do genitalia piercing as well, and, it's a mature subject, don't get me wrong, and I do try to take it very maturely, but I'm very blunt, and so I remember talking to one guy, and... Shelby was the one who pointed it out. She was telling me, she's like, why the hell would you say that? We were doing a genitalia piercing. I looked down, I was like, oh, thank gosh, we have a big enough bar. The last guy, we had to like order a special one, but you're the right size. And I realized what I said.
Yeah.
And I'm sure my father would be proud if he was watching. I'm sure he would just, if he could even use the internet, I'm pretty sure he would be proud of me right now.
Yeah.
No, there's plenty of crazy stories. I mean, we've had sub and dom people come in getting property of tattoos under.
What?
Yeah.
They do that?
Yeah, but you know what? I gotta say, out of clients I've had, I get more pissed off by the margarita girls that come in at 9:15. They're like, oh my God, I smoked the wrong end of a cigarette. Let's all get matching. Whatever they just picked out 5 minutes ago. And which it's fun. I get it. We're a fun business, but those guys that I tattooed the property of, and I'm gonna keep the names out just out of respect for them. For sure. But they're great. I actually love them. They're very mature about their lifestyle. They're just educational about it, and I guess that kind of lifestyle I didn't realize is really prominent in the tattoo industry.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah. I mean, but it's a little bit more mature. Yeah. A lot of fakir piercers or APP piercers. Might know of more of those subjects. I've done suspension too. We have a music.
Oh, dude, I think I've seen one of those at a tattoo convention, right?
No, it was
convention or
no, it was at a location. I'm not gonna say because looking back at the situation, we probably should have picked a better place to go suspend. But we have the video up at YouTube. It's Hanging with Friends Tempest Tattoo Studio, and it has I'm the Law music behind it, and you'll see Amanda spinning on hooks with, in their back. Our friend Tony, who's the chicken man. Yeah. Also, we put hooks in his back and suspended him.
Dude, you should definitely show any of your apprentices that first. Be like, look, your skin's not gonna tear, bro. Okay, you gotta go whole way.
Yeah,
I mean, it will tear, I guess, right?
It can, yes. I've only tore skin one time, and that was because I was piercing through scar tissue. And it was kind of the request of the client to do it, and I was like, it's not a good idea.
Yeah,
not a good idea. And of course, somebody kind of berates you enough times, you're like, all right, we'll do it, but no guarantees. And sure enough, I was like, well, that's exactly what I thought would happen.
Yeah. What were they piercing?
It was a dermal in a chest. So,
wait, do they have like heart surgery? Is that the reason it's scar tissue, or is there?
No, it's just a rejection of a piercing, and they wanted the same one. So I mean, and I get it, but unfortunately, it's never a good idea. So
yeah, I can imagine, especially with the dermal, like the way that you described how you have to do that to tear into the skin and scoop it and stuff like that. It seems like it's a lot more prone to.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of being a little bit more simplistic about it. There's a lot more finesse to the situation.
Yeah.
It's not just grab and stab.
Yeah.
And I sound probably uneducated to any like APP member or anybody who's a professional, you know, as well. But not to make it or downgrade it, but
yeah. Just for the layman's people like us. Who
I mean, no one's going to be like, it's a Teflon coated needle and it's 18 gauge for all nostrils, and like they're not.
Yeah, exactly.
So
do y'all like have any events or anything planned or anything going on at the Tempest or anything?
Of course, our biggest events are Friday the 13th. You know, every time we do a Friday the 13th, we have over 300 tattoos that are executed through the building.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
This year, we're supposed to rent out 2 buildings, and we're having another team of artists come down and help.
Awesome.
I'm a little nervous. You know, it's a lot of people, and it's a great event. The town loves it, and it is a 12 to 16 hour shift minimum. You know,
and we're just going the whole time, one right after the other.
Yeah, and you know, it's fun. I'm gonna always do it, but I'm always gonna just be like, you know, please Lord, please Satan, whatever,
whoever it is,
whoever it is, I need help now. So
nice, man. Dude, like, what was the first one that you did? Did you work the first Friday the 13th?
Yes, I was actually just an apprentice then. It was weird being an owner, then an apprentice, then a piercer, then a tattoo apprentice, then a tattoo artist. I took every step backwards.
Exactly.
You started
I mentioned
at the
before.
top.
I started at the top and worked my way down.
Nice.
You know, it was one of those. That's why I said it was kind of an insult to people who are trying so hard to get in. And then I was just like I own my own shop. But I mean, I hope that I've, you know, tried to at least prove that I was, you know, meant to be part of it by some means.
I wouldn't even say it's an insult, more as it could be an inspiration, man. Because, like, you know, I mean, it just shows that there's another way to do it other than the way that people have been doing it.
I mean, the right way is not the only way.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, Thomas Lang said that. So, if anybody knows drummers.
Dun, dun, dun. Heck yeah, man. So, and then tell us about drumming, man. You're I Am Legend. So, how long you been?
No.
Yeah, I wish. Jesus.
He's not Will
No.
Smith.
Goodness gracious, I wish I was.
Freaking.
At least he has hair, you know.
That is true.
Bald and beautiful.
But you know, it's sad though, actually, that women prefer bald men. So I mean,
we're getting closer to it.
The percentage of
long
women
hair like earlier today
is greater for that they find bald men more attractive. Like,
you think
it's a greater.
I don't know. I just think I look like Caillou made bad life decisions growing up, you know, or Charlie Brown and Heroin Gang, you know, like.
Hey man.
Bad life decision, Charlie Brown. I sold it to Snoopy. I didn't mean to.
What? Snoop, what? And then you see him over there with like a freaking toupee, like a Donald Trump or something like that.
It's all because of that. Who was that one chick that always moved the football out of the way? You know, it's all because of her. She moved it one too many times, and it just set you on this path of destruction.
He got hooked on pain pills because he broke his leg, and then it's one thing after the next. Charlie Brown.
That's when the assault charges started.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude! You definitely couldn't post that in the freaking newspaper today. I'd be like, so triggered right now.
I know. Oh gosh, triggering. It's we've accidentally triggered people before because Tempest got on Tosh.0.
Oh, dude, how? What?
We got on because Jared did a portrait of Donald Trump on a butt, so they called it Donald Rump. But let me just say this and cue this in for the people at home. We do not affiliate with any political party. Please don't think we do. This was just purely a funny fact that the president's face was on a butt.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone's like, you support it or you hate it. It's like, what party do I? I'm not part of that.
Yeah, that's what we always say, dude. Like, before, normally they're like, dude, we do not talk about politics. Like, we just don't want, because there's no reason.
There's no reason for it.
I know, dude.
All it does is put a division between people that
I mean,
are
most of my
human
friends don't
beings.
vote because they're felons. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, just before, I just wanted to cue that in.
Yeah,
But yeah,
sure.
I mean,
It's true.
yeah.
Taj.0 though, was that really weird?
It was the Taj.0 web. It wasn't the actual television event, but it was on their website and their little app and stuff like that. And just was a funny picture that somebody actually got a Donald Trump portrait, you know?
Yeah. Did they give you all
remember
credit
that.
and everything?
Oh,
for it?
yeah, yeah,
Dude, that's
yeah.
awesome.
Heck yeah.
So they did
So-
good research then.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But I guess to backtrack, I don't know how we even got to that subject.
It happens every time we do it.
I noticed that. I was watching a Heck podcast, and I was like, I get it. We just rant, and then we kind of just circle back into it.
And then it's like it never happened, and we just go back to a normal conversation.
I guess if you want to go back to I'm the Law stuff.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we just released Hymn of the Vulture, which is out now on Spotify, iTunes, everything else of that nature.
And you have Facebook and
Facebook,
Is that the
Instagram.
name?
Instagram game's a little weak, but we still have it. It's on Facebook. It is I'm the Law TN because right now we're getting the rights from a Swedish dude that owns. Well, I mean, no, he's cool with it. He hasn't been in it. It's just legalities,
Yeah,
stuff like that. Because
yeah.
we actually do own our own publishing. We actually now own our own CD printing.
Oh, that's cool.
So we technically are our own record label under June Crow Media.
Oh yeah.
So we can actually produce, manufacture, and print our own CDs.
Dude, that is so awesome. You just cut out all the middlemen.
I did, and luckily for me, my girlfriend's father works as press printing, so he does like CD labels. So I can just
that's,
get
like,
an order
perfect.
in, and we do it ourselves now. We
Doing
are
it right.
a 100% DIY band.
That's freaking legit.
That's the way
dude.
to do
That's
it.
awesome, man.
Today. In today's world.
we recorded all the drums actually digitally. We used a Yamaha DTX.
Yeah, my brother just got one of those.
Yeah,
Like,
it's great. We have Superior Drummer too. I got it from Rick Currents. I got to meet him through Gibson,
Oh, that's cool.
the owner of them. So that was a pretty cool thing, and he gave everyone at Gibson free copies.
Dude, yeah, it's legit.
I don't know. We should say
yeah.
that. Ugh.
I had to pay like
But-
$2.99. Dang it.
No, I'm always going to be thankful for Rick for that because it's helped kickstart a lot of the projects, and we record all that digitally in an apartment in the kitchen in Spring Hill.
Dude, that's
Nice.
legit.
Whenever we did stuff for Bradbury recordings, we used electric drum set. So
Yeah, I can't remember what kind it was. It was Yamaha of some kind.
Yeah,
but
they work out so well because you don't have to like tune or anything.
Yeah.
You just go straight digitally.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
the Superior drum too. Like, I freaking love their tones, but there's so much tweaking you can do, like the full version or whatever, like the Pro or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know, man. Did you spend a lot of time tweaking the tones and stuff? Or did you pick out,
Actually, Brandon, who is the kind of the brainchild of I Am the Law, he's the main head, I would say, about that.
Yeah.
Me and him, the whole band works together. Don't get me wrong. Everyone has an input, but this was Brandon's baby. This was Brandon's project from the beginning.
What
So
does he play? Is he like?
he's the guitarist and vocalist now.
Awesome.
Once
Nice.
Dustin stepped down, and everything was great with him. We wanted him to focus on his main adventures,
Yeah.
but Brandon stepped up and started doing the vocals. And unfortunately, we all kind of don't like our first EP. Of course, which artist likes their own
Yeah,
music?
yeah,
We're not
exactly.
sniffing our
it
own
always
parts.
happens. Yeah.
But the vocals, he had 2 weeks to learn. 2 weeks before we
dang.
went in.
That's
and
crazy.
That's gonna be hard.
yeah,
Yeah, you
and
get
so
pretty song.
we want to redo it because he actually has a better grasp of it, and a lot of it shined through on Him the Vulture, which is our new EP. And so with that one, it's really cool because it's a little bit more modern twist to what we have, and it's not so discount Killswitch Engage sounding. It's truly organic. It's southern metal. It's got aggressive, rude, mean, fat attitude.
That's really cool.
And that's
From
what
the heart and everything.
Yeah,
Like,
I
just
mean-
feeling it.
Well, I mean, there's no real Southern metal fans, much going on these days. There's not, that wasn't even a complete sentence. There's not many Southern metal fans around anymore. Everyone's into progressive style music, which is great. I love it too.
Yeah,
one of my
yeah,
favorite bands is Carnival, and they're prog,
Yeah.
But with Southern metal, it's just kind of cool being the underdog at a show, and you're just kind of do it because you're just going for a certain sound and image and look and feel, and it's just kind of cool because at least when we go to a show, it always gets you stand out, but it sometimes not in the greatest way.
Yeah. Well,
we've had a lot of weird every time we play outside of Nashville, we get guarantees, we get put up, we get everything is awesome, and we sell our merch, and just Tennessee, it's the roughest places we've ever played, and it seems like no love or
we talk about that all the time. Yeah, it's the hardest place to make it in music.
We get kicked out of like festivals because they're like, well, you're not. You're too heavy for us, and we're like, oh, well, that sucks, but we understand if you're trying to keep a certain image, we're not offended, we're not, sniffing our farts, but then we're also told that we're not heavy enough to be on, like, certain podcasts for heavy metal. I'm like, really? We're just trying to write, man. We're just
Southern, who we are.
Southern Middle from Tennessee, and you got an issue with it?
Yeah, exactly. It's so hard because everybody in Nashville, they want something extremely specific, and they won't let you on either side. Like, they want this right here.
It has to be pop punk in this group, and it has to be death tech or deathcore in this group, and then anything in between, it seems like it's kind of dying out. You have to go to Clarksville,
you have to fight hard to get on shows.
The best example I've got for that, and like I think talent too, like not saying that everywhere else is like diminished from Nashville, but Nashville is so saturated with just like extremely talented people, and like whenever I was doing a singer-songwriter stuff, like just acoustic and singing, I think that shined out so much more, and it humbled me like a bunch. Whenever you go play a singer-songwriter show in Nashville, and like you have to go up against this 12-year-old girl that's like putting Taylor Swift to shame, and she's like, write this song about her dad, and everybody in the audience is crying, and then I'm like, duh. Well, I wrote this song about
I'm a full-grown man about to try to win you over.
Yeah, exactly. And then we'll do like literally leaving Nashville, and we played like Knoxville the next day, and then like it was night and day. Everybody's like, "You guys are so good. Y'all gotta play back here." We played like doing covers.
Kings of Leon proved the point. Like they didn't make it here. They went out of state, and they made it big out there, and then they came back to Tennessee, and that's when they were recognized. Like that just proves the whole point.
Well, I mean. Yeah, it's a rough town to play in a lot of times. But I mean, also, if you're not shining out among the people that are supposed to be your competition, maybe you should step your game up, and that's what we've been talking about at Time to Law. Like, not to just blame others for not coming to a show. It's like, because we've now had people coming out. When we go to Clarksville, we actually have people wearing our old shirts, and it's really cool. Nashville's still rough, but everywhere else, like we played Lima, Ohio. Every time we sell out the venue that we play, and it's amazing. Then we come back to Nashville, and it's still the 5 to 10 people. It's like, thank you, Tony, for coming out. Seth, I love you.
Sound good.
And so we're trying to reinvent a lot of our stuff right now. We're still trying to keep true to what our image was of Southern metal, just through and throughout. Still have the bluesy undertone to it, but we're trying to see what we can do to bring ourselves to the light a little bit more. I started a film company actually with my roommate Alec, and I just invested a bunch of gear, got Black Magic Pocket Cinemas, a lot of beginner stuff. I'm not gonna say it's some over the top pro gear. Same thing, Road Shop Might, stuff like that. But we just released our first music video. That was done about a month ago, I think. And it had Tony, our buddy Tony, who was, I'm giving a shout out. He dressed as a naked chicken man.
That's legit.
Well, we were joking. We're like, because Brandon got interviewed on a podcast not too long ago, and they were like, "You have trouble with women at your shows?" I'm like, "Dude, come on, that's a myth." What girls are gonna like a bunch of fat, bald, ugly dudes? Like, half the band has kids.
Women are throwing their underwear on stage, can't even play.
I mean, no, they don't want none of this pudgy mess. They don't.
I'm telling you, I don't know where these people think these women come from, but
I've just that's not a thing. But we decided since we're never gonna have a flock of women like they make all the mainstream bands, tour bands look like.
For sure.
We were like, all right, well, let's just get a man covered in chocolate. At least that's advertising to some.
Nice. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, we actually almost got in trouble, so we had to cover his
downstairs.
I don't know what words are allowed on the podcast, but we had to cover his Bill Cosby up with a picture of Bill Cosby.
Nice.
So check it out. It's called Silver Tongues. It's on our YouTube channel and everything else.
Yeah, we'll put a link on there too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Heck yeah, we're gonna link we always link links for days.
Yeah,
that's everybody so everybody can see everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
dude, how did y'all come up with the idea of Naked Chicken Man covered in chocolate?
Well, pretty much just a thing that me and my weird friends do. I
Get
just
naked and
it's the norm.
it's just a normal Thursday.
yeah.
No,
Tuesday, man.
I think it was just started off as a joke because we filmed actually the first half of the music video, and I was actually 25 pounds heavier. If you look at it, I'm actually got a belly over the drum set.
Nice.
Yeah, I was really heavy in the music video.
25 pounds, dude.
Yeah. I found out I was allergic to gluten. As that sounds like I just made that up. I actually had tests done.
Yeah, no, I'm out there, man.
But yeah, when we did it, we just didn't know what we were doing. We just got the camera gear. We're trying to film.
Yeah.
And so we just got a big performance shot, and it wound up being sick footage. You know, just really high quality. But it wasn't quite enough. And we're like, how do we fill this void? And we're like, well, if it's smoky, we could make it like someone burned food in the kitchen. Done. Oh boy, you know, that's a 6-pack of beer idea in, and that's what we went with. You know, first idea, just shotgun it, and wound up being hysterical and made it stand out a little bit. I feel like people actually paid attention to it and were you know, disgusted, but at the same time, like they were just like, I can see people bobbing their heads, just squinting their eyes. They're like, it's a lot of chocolate on it.
It's a whole lot of chocolate.
It's got groove, but I don't like this. You know?
Go away.
Yeah. So it's been pretty cool. We're about to film another music video. We're actually going to do that with the iPhone X and hopefully get in the. Just kind of want to prove it's not about the camera. It's not about having the highest quality. Like we got to have our red camera or whatever. We are filming on iPhone X, and then or 10. It's not X. It's 10, and we are using the DJI Osmo 2. It's a mobile gimbal that kind of stabilizes it.
Oh, yeah.
And it, I'm going to say this wrong. I'm definitely going to say it wrong. Was it Kaiju?
It's Kaiju. Something like
Kaiju.
that.
Kaiju fight film. Kind of like the old Godzilla monster style movies. And we're going to make it as crappy as possible. We found a buddy with tall ceilings, so we're going to put the green screen up. We're going to put like horrible looking cardboard up. It's going to be the Chicken Man, of course. And he's going to be fighting some villain, and Amdallah is going to tag team out to, you know, beat up the villain or whatever. It's just cheesy, and it's, you know, it's not trying to be the 4 dudes in the middle of the woods that are squinting like, we're tough.
Yeah, and then your names are in the tree branches.
Like, it's just, come on, man. We're here to, like, raise hell and eat cornbread. That's all we fucking do.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you're just doing what you normally do. Just putting it on video.
A bunch of dumb southern boys just getting into it, being stupid. You know, we're just screwed.
There you go, man. I freaking like that. Yeah. Well, dude, I know you got to go get your dog.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man.
Speaking of dogs, you love that dog, right?
Oh, God, I love Frank.
Shout out to Frank.
Frank just got neutered like a couple hours ago, so I'm hoping to start a little short film series, hopefully, if I can. I say that with ambitions, but I got a lot of my hands in different pots, I guess you could say.
You're about to stick it in a dog pot. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. We're hopefully going to make kind of like a trashy dog that's just kind of like a horrible Boston, New Yorker, just screaming, catcalling at women, just kind of a piece of crap, but really he's wonderful, sweet little,
Yeah.
But I kind of want to do a little funny Boston Terrier series where he's just an idiot and asshole to everyone.
So it's like completely opposite of just how he normally is.
Yeah.
The fantasy version.
Dude, we should get him on here one day and just like have him sitting here, and then whoever does Frank's voice in the video, just interview him as that.
Let's do it.
Heck yeah.
Idea.
We can try out the new camera gear too.
Yes. Yeah. Frank the dog. Well, hell yeah, brother. Well, man.
So do you have any final words for like anyone that's, I don't know?
Check out the Heck Podcast. These guys are doing something really cool. Always check out your local artists and anything that's creative outlet. You know, I'm not sure how well I spoke during this one, but I got to give the thanks to these two guys and everybody in the Law and Tempest group. So
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I mean, we're trying our best. Like we're just you know trying
throwing it out there. Yeah, like somebody messaged us the other day and they were like, "Oh, hey, respect your podcast. I really want to start my own and all this." And I'm like, "Dude, we're literally shooting on a GoPro that I got for Christmas. Freaking just like in our like practice space." So I mean, like, dude, if you want to do something, just do it. That's like, I guess
this was just a random idea that I had one day, and I was just like, we should just freaking start a podcast.
Well, I've been trying to tell some people, and I think I failed at advertising through the social media pages about this because I was wanting to promote it, and I'm the law, and I'm going to. I'm actually wanting to post this too, but it was one of those. I was telling some people, I was like, "Yeah, I'm going on a podcast today. You know, it's going to be kind of fun. I haven't never done that before.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to speak intelligently. I don't know if I'm going to sound like I have word vomit.
Yeah.
You know, sound like an asshole or a fuckboy, whatever.
One of those.
But pardon the language, but like, you know, it was just. I don't know. They were asking like, "Well, how many views does it have?" Fuck you. Go watch it.
Yeah.
Go support it, man.
Yeah,
Just go see what's going on.
I mean,
maybe you'll find a diamond in the rough here. You know,
for sure. And like, we're just trying to give people an outlet to talk about whatever they want freely, and like, we're trying to bring back the human connection.
Yeah, because a lot of people might know you
instead
from, like,
of
Tempest
the digital connection. You know, I mean, even though we're using a digital outlet to bring it to everyone, we're still trying to show people, you know, that you can still have meaningful conversations with other people around you, even if you don't even know them very well.
Well, I mean, it's kind of nice, too, to not have something where y'all are asking, you know, if I'm the law is trying to do something political about police or this or Donald Trump, and it's like, no one wants to hear that shit. CNN has it on a repeat, you know?
I mean, everybody is, like, shoving it in their face anyways, so they're trying as hard as they can to get away from it.
Yeah.
So maybe this will be a little piece of something that you can see that's just free of all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I hope that you get many more episodes. I hope that maybe other members of I Am the Law could be on here one day.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, awesome, we'll do it. We'll do it up.
Yeah. Well, brother, take it easy, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.